Well, hello yet again. Let me just move this over to here. And we are back. It is another Wednesday, and that means we are going to be ranking another shmup on the Sega Genesis. And as you can see, we have a list that is currently 37 games strong. We all the way down here up here, Battlemania Daigen Joe, all the way down to Xenon 2 Mega Blast. All sorts of games in between, and last week we ranked Fire Mustang, and if you caught the stream or watched the VOD yesterday, you know I went back and finished that game, and turns out we were pretty close to the end on stream, so that's fun. But today we're playing a game called Wings of War, and I really don't know a whole lot about this one. I looked it up. Wikipedia didn't have a whole lot about it either. There wasn't an attract mode, so I did play 10 or so seconds, 30 seconds a couple weeks ago just to see what it was like. Looks neat. Looks like they're doing some cool graphical stuff. Don't know quite so much about the gameplay. We'll just have to see. And so, let's, over here, reset this, hop over to this screen, move these windows to the foreground. This DreamWorks, but that was just the North American publisher. This was developed by NCS. I'm assuming the N stands for Nippon, but let's see what they got for options. Game level easy. Well, it defaults to easy. See that? Magic select, normal shot, magic shot. Music test, high score. Well, they put the high score in the options. Interesting. Well, I'll bump it up to normal for our first play, just to see. But no, normally when these games default to easy, it's because they know. Okay, feather seems to be speed up. You don't crash when you hit the edges here. I don't appear to have any magic attacks at the moment. Good day, Kaimega. Okay, walking into that thing hurt, but that might have been... Yeah, okay. So we can bump into environmental hazards. 4 credits. That's good to hear. I vaguely remember there was like a Stargate puzzle game for the Game Gear. I never quite figured out how the rules worked, but it looked neat. I remember seeing it in magazines at the time. Oop. Okay, I have energy. Okay, so yeah, it's just special attacks. Well, this thing's coming in handy. If I switch to red, yes, so red's... Oop. Seems like once you arm the magic attack, there's no disarming it, so... you might as well use them up before arming another one. Okay, we're just... oh, wow, okay. Game kind of forced me up against the back of the screen there, but turns out that was a consideration. I appreciate it. Okay, yeah, so red is the sort of standard. I guessing your speed maxes out at a certain point, because I grabbed a few more feathers than I wanted. It's T. Thunderbolt. And Thunderbolt does... ah. Interesting. think it'd be a little dangerous to use that underwater. Okay, you can swim, I guess, through these. These are not obstacles. All right. I know what the blue orbs do. I haven't quite worked out what the red orbs do. They do seem to contribute to the red meter. Okay, I think maybe the red meter powers up your magic attacks. Definitely grabbed more feathers than I care to, because dude's just kind of booking it. I do like how much atmosphere this game has. H stands for magic arrows. Obviously. Okay, they're homing attacks. Now it makes sense. Okay, yeah, I couldn't tell if that was a projectile or not, so I decided to find out. Well, it's a little unfortunate to be powered down. I do feel a little more in control of my character. Yeah, one feather's alright. Okay, so that's what, 2 feathers or 3? Either way, this is fine. This is exactly as much speed as I would want. Wildfire. What does wildfire do? I guess wildfire just makes your shot bigger? I like the soundtrack too. I know a lot of other games so far have tried to do this kind of sort of electronic baroque sound, but this one seems to actually kinda get it. Lightning bolt. I'm just gonna nudge it down a little bit here. It seems a bit longish for a shmup stage here, especially where there don't appear to be any mid-stage checkpoints. Those gargoyles shoot at you like the instant they're on screen. That's a bit much. Kind of forces you to memorize where they are. Well, this is a slight change of scenery. Okay, that wasn't too bad, but not a big fan of those kinds of things in principle. Just it, could have been worse. I'm curious about some of these other magic attacks, but it's not worth losing Wildfire. Okay, now let's find out what G is. Okay, now let's find out what G is. Ground attack. Okay. It's interesting because I'm playing on normal. The game defaults to easy. And in my experience, normally when a game defaults to easy, normal tends to be a bit unreasonable. But so far, the only thing about this that really sort of comes across as kind of unreasonably tough is just how long these stages are without any checkpoints. Knowing how to take out those little guys definitely helps. Well, maybe this will work better for the boss. There does seem to be an emphasis on dodging in this game. Whoa! I gotta say, as someone, as a fan of bullet hell, that is kind of playing to the judge a bit. This definitely emphasizes the sort of stuff that that I kind of prefer. This stage is really neat. I would like it more if the color palette were a little less intense. Is that my last credit? I think that might be. Yeah. Well, I must say, when I looked at the Wikipedia page, it said that critics praised the boss designs. And I do have to agree, they're really creative designs on display. Let's just bump this back down to easy, because that's where it defaulted. Oh, like I said, the game is entirely reasonable on normal. yeah, this is the only spot so far where I've seen this power-up. Which is real nice to have right here, because you can take out these guys behind you. Yeah, and as soon as you equip the shield, it deploys pretty much immediately. Well, there goes me trying to show off, getting hit from behind. Oh yeah, and this is the part where they... maybe you're right about less levels, because so far, easy and normal don't seem substantively different from one another. Of course, we're getting close to the end of the hour. I want to check something. Nope. I was curious that maybe easy would give you a mid-stage checkpoint, but it does not. Oh, either way. Alright, so that was Wings of War. My only substantive criticisms of it, I think, Again, the stages are a bit long and could stand to have a mid-level checkpoint. And there's a handful of things that could be a bit more reactable, but overall, I mean, that was... I think that was an extremely fair challenge. And it had a cool atmosphere, and the boss designs were really something else. So, it is definitely in the upper range. Whew. A little torn on that one. Let's see. I would take it over. As much as fun as I had with Fire Mustang, it is still kind of a technical mess. I would take that over Thunder Force 2 easily. Super Fantasy Zone, Forgotten Worlds, Task Force Harrier, Vapor Trail, Fire Shark. I'd take it over I would take it over Troubleshooter and Airbuster and Phalios. It does have some similarities to Biohazard Battle. It feels similar, but arguably, yeah, it's a little better than that. So it's top 10 material. We've narrowed that down. But it might really be like just barely top 10. Because I think I personally prefer it to Thunder Force 3, but I don't think I could call it a better game than Thunder Force 3. And so it sits, like a couple of these games kind of in sort of an awkward spot on the list. But yeah, I think I would take this over Sagaya. I would personally take it over Thunder Force 3, but I don't think it hangs with that level of game. So, Wings of War is our new number 6. Congratulations to Wings of War, top 10 game, almost top 5. Oh man, wow. And it's interesting to think about because I wonder what my opinion would have been for a game like this if I hadn't already played all these. Like what I was saying, like with Heavy Unit, where I expected a lot more games at this level of quality to show up on the list when it's actually like bottom 5. And also, it's really funny to think about Thunder Force 3 specifically, which I went into this whole ordeal thinking, those Thunder Force games might be a little overrated. I don't know. It's technically number 1 because it's the first game I played, but it's probably going to go down and it has not gone down the list. And yeah, I don't know. I think maybe if I had just popped in Wings of War, apropos of nothing, and guessed where it was going to land, I would have probably suspected it would have landed lower middle. And it's top 10. What the hell do I know? But that's going to be me for this evening. We're going to hop over to one Mr. Benjamin Rivers, who is continuing to stream Famicom Detective Club, Emio the Smiling Man. I will, of course, be back tomorrow with some live improvised music. So in the meantime, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for rating. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for doing all the stuff. And we're going to be heading on over to Ben's stream. And I do hope to see you next time.